Hi.
Hello everybody,
Hi.
my name is Darren.
Yes, and I'm Graham.
And I've seen a film as of you at the cinema called Arrival.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did. Can you
Tell
tell
me
by
about your
my
fleeting
face?
interests towards this film.
Well, I actually quite like etymology, thank you for asking.
Oh yeah, that's a big word.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it on Facebook. That means that it's one of my kind of more involved hobbies.
Yeah.
I like to...
I like to be seen to be into etymology.
It's the study of words,
Yeah.
in case you didn't know.
ironic.
And the history of them and where they've come from and stuff like that, the roots
Oh
and
really?
such.
Where is the word?
No, I don't know. If it's not been on Facebook in the last
Pretentious
week.
from.
Yeah.
Well, you would like this film then if you're interested in the sort of...
Exactly my point. That's why I brought it up, to be honest, because
It's relevant.
yeah, it is relevant. Yeah. But just as a 4 point. Is that a word?
Oh god. 4 points. Crack on then.
Badly explains my previous point.
Yeah, crack on with the next 4 then.
Darren embarrassed us severely in the cinema. He embarrassed himself.
Only because everyone's fat and I'm not.
God, honestly, it was like a shag rug on the floor after you sat down.
Could have been a shag rug if she played the cards right.
Explain that joke.
So there was a good-looking girl in the cinema. I am single,
Yes, there was.
terminally so, and I performed one of my many I am definitely going to die single actions,
Yeah.
in which I spotted the single girl.
Yes, you did. Your
So
eyes
she was
locked. Pew,
in my seat.
Yeah, she was. She was in your seat. That's a perfect opener. Like,
Yeah, well, I did open. I said, fucking move.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I shifted the
Yeah.
girl out of my seat and her
Yeah.
family, who all had to awkwardly shuffle across.
They did. They didn't know which way they were going either. You didn't give them enough information.
I said,
They
that
were like,
way.
"You're in my seat." They were
Yeah.
like, well, "Where do you want us to go?" You're
I
like,
went, move
"That
on.
way."
girl.
Yeah.
So I got rid of her.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Then I was hot, and
You
she
were
was
sitting
still
next
sat
to her.
next to
Yeah,
me.
of course, of course.
So I tried to take my jumper off. Sadly, my t-shirt was a lot
Everything
tighter than
came
I
off.
realised.
Everything.
I ended up topless.
Darren effectively was just like blinding himself.
Yeah.
Nipples,
Nipples were out.
Yeah.
And I obviously
Nipples
was panicking at this
nipples
point.
akimbo.
Nipples akimbo. So I was struggling to get the t-shirt and the jumper unattached to put the t-shirt back on.
While still above your head. So you were trying to
Yeah, so I saw a good-looking
still
girl.
hairy nipples everywhere. Go on, yeah.
Well, I have a hairy chest. It's not just the nipples. Although I did draw a picture of a lion on my nipple the other day and the hair made a mane. It was pretty impressive.
I didn't see that.
Neither did she. Sadly, I should have kept it to show her.
You should have.
Yeah, so I saw a good-looking girl. She was in my seat. First step, tell her to move. Second step, strip off. Third step, cry because the movie makes you cry.
Yeah.
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 So I didn't make a great impression.
The whole situation was deeply embarrassing
But
for him.
I'm going to cry because the movie was a happy movie.
I tell you what it was.
And sadness doesn't really make me cry because I live in that world permanently.
Yeah, I was
it's when there's a
born in
moment
this
of
world.
hope I start blubbing.
You are merely a tourist. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's quite a happy film.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's absolutely a film of optimism and hope.
It's those things, but
Well, that's happy.
I wouldn't. Really? Do you have to look for your emotions on a chart?
No, I don't. There's just one chart that says sad and miserable.
Oh, with Darren's face hovering above it.
Don't talk to me in the third person. It'll give me some sort of weird, out of body condition.
I hope so. That sounds more interesting than your current personality.
Fucking honestly, if I could
Anyway.
get out this body, I would. Can't try. I've been trying for years. No, it's still me.
Strange. Yeah.
So
you keep only trying one exit though.
Oh,
Oh, a little bit of ghost. Oh no.
I got weird.
Imagine.
I need to imagine I have done that.
Little sloppy
Believe
ghost.
it or not.
Little sloppy ghost.
That's what it is. There's bits of your soul coming out one at a time.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Anyway.
So
They say shuffle.
You were
off
talking
your
about
mortal
etymology?
coil. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah. So this film is essentially, well, it's not about language. This is about
no, it's
humanity.
absolutely about language, but it's
It's
also
not.
about humanity.
Yeah, it's about both. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go on. Would you like to explain or?
Do I want to explain your 4 points?
No. I've kind of ditched those.
Okay.
I've lost
Fair enough.
interest
What do you want me to say then?
because we were talking about me and not the film, really. So let's talk about the film. Basically, we start off the film experiencing.
Do you know what? Do you know how good this film was? I'm going to elaborate on what you're about to say.
Yeah, go on.
So the film starts, spoiler alert, but not really because it's the first 10 minutes and it's
First
in the
10
trailer.
minutes, yeah, it's like saying the intro to Up.
It's exactly like the intro to Up, except instead of a married couple, it's a mum and a daughter.
Yeah.
Amy Adams goes through a life with their daughter, and the daughter dies young, yeah? And it uses a piece of music, yeah? That piece of music has been used in Shutter Island, and I fucking hate when people take, sort of iconic
Shutter
music.
Island's not that iconic, though.
It is to me.
Oh, I see. They should have inquired if it
Well,
was
it depends what
okay.
you mean by iconic, because I was moaning the other week that Free State of Jones used a piece of music from
Yeah, yeah.
Assassination of Jesse James. Well, that's not that iconic, but it still annoyed me.
You can't get They can't. They're not just gonna like if a musical piece is already there and it's available. Like they're gonna fit it in and it's perfect.
Yeah, but there's
They're
lots
gonna
of
use
pieces of music, and sometimes it's lazy.
Not well.
And I didn't think it was in this case, which is why I'm saying how good this film was. It used a piece of music that I strongly associate with a different film, and that was fine. It didn't bother me in the slightest. In fact, it was brilliantly used.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and the fact that it then got reused again was also perfect.
All right.
So we haven't actually said what the
Normally
film is about.
bothers me.
Amy
Yeah,
Adams
okay.
is a language person.
She's a
Aliens
linguist.
come down. They need to figure out how to talk to them so they can work out what they want before China and Russia go mad and nuke them.
Well, because this is the strange thing, isn't it? Because basically these spacecraft appear, 12 of them all around the world, different locations, and basically we're offered nothing.
Well, we might be. We don't know what they're saying.
Okay, so there's audible clues as per the communication that the aliens desire to make, right?
Well, they're making noises.
They wish to communicate. We assume. All right, hang on. Right. We assume as humans that these things would want to communicate because they allow
We
the
assume that we need to make communication with them to find out what they want.
before we strike.
Well,
Because
yeah,
that's the important thing.
And
Because
this
we're too we are too prone to we're too trigger happy as humans.
I am.
So before,
I know I am. I will shoot anything.
I'll hold my hands right
Yeah.
up there. That's me. That's me.
Yeah, I have regretted shooting so many people.
Yeah. But you do in the end, don't you?
Well, you got to, haven't
Not
you?
all
It's either
of
that
them.
or talk to them.
Yeah, you
Well,
did say so many people, not all
yeah.
of the people I've shot.
Now,
Anyway.
the thing that I was thinking about this, right? You know how it's like, is China or Russia going to bomb the thing?
Well, this is the point. Yeah.
They're space aliens and they've travelled all the way from whatever planet they're from to our country. Why would you
And
even...
they're not doing anything.
But,
They're
yeah,
just
well,
sitting
yeah,
there.
exactly.
It's suspicious, but
Yeah. Why would you start a fight with them?
Exactly.
They can definitely win.
they're sitting there. They're communicating to each. Oh well, they don't know if they're communicating to each
Well,
other.
whether they are or they aren't, these things clearly have vastly superior technology to us. They're doing nothing right now. If you start a war with them, you're essentially committing suicide.
Mhm.
You might not be, but the risk is definitely not worth it, because you
Absolutely.
probably are.
Yeah.
Why bother? Just let them fucking stay there until they do something. It's not like we need to attack first before they attack us. If they attack us, we're dead anyway, so let's not kick it off, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought anyway.
It's true. It's absolutely true. But
Then I put my top back on.
I know you get naked when you get violent, don't you?
It's the only way to be. I'm a big fan of the film Women in Love.
Oh, anyway, so Amy Adams, yeah, she is a linguist, and she
Cunning linguist.
has been used by the CIA before,
Yeah,
hence why
Forrest
she's
Whitaker.
on. Yeah, and she basically she's like an expert and stuff like that. So she comes in and has to decipher what they're saying and has to come up with different ideas.
And the
stuff
whole
like that.
thing is tying back to the dead child at the beginning of the movie, because like all intellectual not like all intellectual sci-fi movies like Solaris or whatever, the
Interstellar, Gravity.
not Gravity so much. That's not really an intellectual one, is it? That's just fucking a race against fucking metal in the sky.
Yeah,
it's a good
it's
film.
just throwing her through every inhospitable environment that we know of. Because she even plonks into the water at the end and has to swim up to the surface again.
Yeah, people say that yes, and go back to the other one.
Interstellar.
Interstellar's like kind of cold and inhuman, but I don't think it is. 'Cause
No,
it's all
the whole
about him
point is
and his
love.
daughter. Yeah.
Love is timeless.
Oh, but
That's
2001
exactly the
certainly.
point.
And this is another one
Well,
in which
this was-
humanity is at the centre of this intellectual sci-fi.
Yeah.
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 I'm just aware that we're up to 9 minutes. You're about to start talking about another film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
I was going to say, what I was going to say was this was inspired a lot by 2001, but I haven't seen 2001.
Was it?
That's what I've read.
All right. It's based on a short story.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Possibly just a visual. I'm not sure.
I didn't get a 2001 vibe off it at all. If
No
anything, I
aspect of it.
definitely got an Interstellar vibe off it.
All right.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. I thought Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams were really good. Obviously.
Yeah, I actually normally don't like Jeremy Renner an
Why?
awful lot. I think he's just a bit dull.
Hurt Locker?
He's a bit flat. That's brilliant. Like, don't get me wrong.
28 Days
I love that one.
Later. Some fucking idiot bought
Don't
it, you.
fucking. All right. Anyway, you don't have to kick off now. You don't have to start a fight.
You don't have to not watch the things I buy you, but you do, so I will. Fucking...
So do you.
What?
Where's Hannibal? Is that still on the wrapper?
No, it's not in its wrapper. I'm working my way through it right now.
Anyway. Anyway. So, what was the point? Where were we going?
Just that Jeremy Renner was really good in it.
Oh, yeah, and he really was. But
How
Amy
good of
Adams
him
is the
to
shining
give
star,
one of his best
obviously.
performances in what is essentially a support performance.
He did do really well. There's a lot I want to say about this film.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned who it's directed by.
Villeneuve, how do you pronounce it?
Denis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve?
Denis
Villeneuve?
Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's French, isn't it?
Yeah, well, French Canadian. Yeah, I love
Like
him.
French.
I think
Plastic French.
Yeah, I think he might be one of my favourite directors in about 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got him pegged as a favourite.
Well, this is it. I mean, how old is he?
40 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got time to mature.
Well, he has matured. He's amazing. I mean, I've
He
watched
is
most of his
amazing.
films. Ensemble, Enemy, Sicario, Prisoners,
Yeah.
and obviously the Blade Runner sequel, which we now know is in good hands.
He can handle intelligent sci-fi.
He very much can.
Yeah.
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 Which, isn't necessarily true of Ridley Scott.
Okay.
After Prometheus, but then after Prometheus, The Martian, which puts us back.
Yeah,
with
it's
him
weird,
now.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, literally, it's hit and miss.
I accept The Martian as his apology.
Yeah, yeah,
Prometheus.
yeah. That was so much fun, that film.
I watched it the other day, the
Good,
extended cut.
intelligent. Oh, yeah, I saw your Snapchat, yeah. Good? As good as you remember?
Oh, God, yeah, except I realised I cried during that one as well.
You're becoming a blubbering mess these days.
Yeah,
What's
well,
going
there was
on?
a bit in there where they played David Bowie for like 5 minutes, and last time I watched it, he wasn't dead. I didn't really cry the second time, but I probably could have.
But I think you're about to cry now because you just remembered that Bowie's dead. Bowie is dead.
You'll be fucking dead in a minute if you keep
Jesus
saying
Christ,
that.
oh my God.
Bye, everyone.
Anyway, this is a 5-star film. Honestly, watch it. The language can the way they kind of like go about obtaining the language and the kind of
Spoiler
the
alert.
Rosetta Stone of
Do you remember when...
how it all
is
fits
it the Blarney
together.
Stone?
The Blarney Stone?
Blarney Stone.
Blarney.
You know you went to kiss it.
Yeah.
Our friend thought you went to piss on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine being after him in the queue to kiss it. Because he'd have just pissed on it.
Why are you telling that story?
Just heard of a stone.
Oh, right. You don't piss on the Rosetta Stone.
No, I know.
It's
You
not like the
don't pour the other
babblefish. Oh, yeah, no, you don't piss on any stone. Any stone.
Do you piss on the babblefish?
No, but I'm just...
Isn't it pronounced Babel?
Oh, I say babble because it's like you babbling.
I think we're babbling now. Bye,
I think
everyone.
we are, yeah. See you in a bit.